One of boxing's most explosive talents, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, shocked the sports world by announcing his retirement following his March 2025 bout with Lamont Roach. Known for his fierce knockout power and unrepentant demeanor, Davis has long been a divisive figure in the sport. However, his announcement that he will retire at the height of his career has provoked a range of responses from fans, commentators, and other fighters. Prior to his fight with Roach, which was originally planned for December 2024 but was postponed and rescheduled for March 1, 2025, the discovery was made. Many were astonished when Davis, who has established himself as one of boxing's top pay-per-view draws, declared that he would quit boxing following his second bout with Roach. The boxing community has taken notice of this revelation. Even though Davis is at the peak of his abilities right now, he is only 28 years old, which is young for a boxer who might still be competing at the highest level for many years to come. Davis, however, made the news after expressing his intense dissatisfaction with the sport and his need to put other facets of his life, including being a father to his two young kids, first. Despite his achievements, Davis appears to have a mix of personal and professional reasons for wanting to retire from boxing. Davis has always had a complex connection with boxing. Given that his career has occasionally seemed more like a job to him than a calling, many have questioned his genuine enthusiasm for the sport. Davis has been candid about his difficulties with the demands of the sport, especially the toll it has taken on his mental and emotional well-being, despite his extraordinary talent and accomplishment. Davis has stated in interviews that he no longer has the same motivation for boxing. Additionally, he has expressed his desire to break free from the never-ending cycle of training and combat, which he believes is harmful to his personal life, particularly his relationship with his kids. Davis seems to have lost the happiness and contentment that boxing used to him. Rather, it feels like a job he has had since he was a young boy, and he wants to pursue other opportunities at this stage in his career. He has stated that he has been considering treatment because he wants to deal with the inner conflicts brought on by the emotional and mental strain of being a professional fighter. However, he worries that if he pursues therapy, he may lose the aggression, desire, and killer instinct that have made him one of the lightweight division's most feared fighters. Despite Davis's open admissions, some detractors have been quick to claim that his early retirement may have been a mistake, particularly in light of his unresolved business in the sport. Davis has long been viewed as a possible opponent by fighters like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and other elite competitors in the lightweight and junior welterweight classes. Many fans and experts have called for those bouts to take place. However, it's becoming more and more obvious that Davis might never take on these tasks as he approaches retirement, leaving fans to speculate about what might have been. Given the circumstances surrounding Davis's career, the timing of the next battle against Lamont Roach is very intriguing. It is anticipated to be one of Davis's final fights. The 25-year-old Roach is a rising fighter who has drawn notice for his tenacity and sound technique. Roach is a tough opponent for Davis in what might be his final bout, even though he might not have the same star power as some of his other possible rivals. Roach has stated clearly that he intends to take advantage of Davis's potential lack of concentration, especially following Davis's public retirement announcement. Roach is committed to demonstrating that Davis is past his best because he sees a chance to obtain a psychological advantage over the seasoned combatant. Given that it offers him a psychological edge going into the bout, Roach has previously said that he believes Davis made a mistake by announcing his retirement. He thinks that Davis might be mentally removed from the game, which would allow Roach to win in a surprise. Roach has not displayed any symptoms of being scared by Davis in the press conferences that preceded the bout. In fact, he publicly criticized him for the emotional weakness that the retirement announcement revealed. Roach appears certain that he can push Davis to the edge and maybe win what might be Davis's final fight, even though Davis has been praised for his stellar record and knockout power. Although both boxers respect each other and acknowledge the high stakes involved, there has been a noticeable tension between Davis and Roach. Roach has presented his battle with Davis as a chance to establish himself, but Davis has admitted that the battle is about more than legacy. It's about proving something to his family and himself. Davis has stated unequivocally that he is more concerned with his responsibilities as a father than with the honors and trophies that accompany pursuing a boxing career. The fact that Davis is prepared to take on a career-starting opponent like Roach instead of the division's top fighters says a lot about his attitude as he approaches the end of his career. Davis has also expressed in interviews his wish to support people who are following in his footsteps, especially in the boxing community. He has discussed the value of loyalty and mentoring, as well as his desire to have a positive impact on the next generation of fighters. His choice to leave the sport, nevertheless, has sparked debate about his long-term dedication to that cause. According to others, Davis might still support boxing in various capacities, such as mentoring up-and-coming boxers or coaching. However, it appears that Davis is committed to leaving the sport at his own pace for the time being. Some people have also criticized Davis for his retirement decision's timing. Some have noted that his legacy may suffer as a result of his decision to quit without competing against elite opponents like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. A bout between Davis and Stevenson, in particular, is seen by many boxing analysts as a turning point in both fighters' careers. Long regarded as one of the sport's most gifted young fighters, Stevenson is renowned for his extraordinary skills and smooth style. A matchup between him and Davis would have been a true test of both fighters' prowess. That fight, along with many others, may never happen though, since Davis appears to be leaving the sport. According to critics, Davis may have decided to retire early in order to avoid difficult fights against the best fighters in the lightweight class. The bout versus Stevenson in particular is regarded as one of the most interesting contests that may have improved Davis's reputation. However, Davis is leaving supporters and commentators to question whether he has really reached his full potential in the sport by opting to retire before taking on such challenges. Boxing fans are disappointed, but Davis's choice has also spurred a larger discussion about the connection between players and their respective sports. A lot of individuals have said that boxing in particular can be a cruel and mentally and physically taxing sport. The toll of continuous training, fighting, and the pressure to perform can be too much for someone like Davis, who has been in the sport for almost 20 years. Davis's early retirement, according to some, is an illustration of an athlete realizing when enough is enough and deciding to put his mental and emotional health ahead of pursuing more titles and honors. Ultimately, Davis's choice to retire is a very personal one that has been influenced by his own experiences both inside and outside of the ring. Davis is obviously following his heart and doing what he believes is best for him and his family, even though many fans and commentators may not agree with his decision. One thing is certain: Davis will always be regarded as one of the most gifted and captivating boxers of his generation, regardless of whether his early retirement defines his reputation in the sport. The boxing community will be keeping a careful eye on Davis as he gets ready for his final bout with Roach, wondering if this will be the last time we see one of the sport's biggest names compete. Davis's influence on the sport will surely last for years to come, regardless of whether he wins or loses. As he approaches his ultimate retirement, all eyes will be on Davis to see if he can end his career on his own terms and win one final match before leaving the sport that made him a legend.